Hello everyone. Welcome to our presentation on leveraging cybersecurity strategies for the US Department of Defense, which we call DoD. My name is Jamish Kumar Danda and I'm joined by my colleagues Manoj Sharma, Fikri Mohammad Kaisfi and Ashish Adhikari. Today we will be discussing the vulnerability and impacts and mitigation of cyber threats that the US Department of Defense DoD is exposed to. So in the digital age, cybersecurity has become a critical aspect of national defense. The US Department of Defense, being at the forefront of protecting national interests, is a prime target for various cyber threats. These threats can come from nation states, terrorist groups, or individual hacker groups, sometimes individual hacker, all aiming to compromise the security and integrity of our defense systems. Our presentation will explore how the DoD is addressing these issues and challenges and what strategies are being implemented to enhance its cybersecurity postures. So let's start with our first slide without wasting much time. First slide is executive summary. So if we talk about the executive summary of this presentation, uh, we covered entire thing in the uh, description report. And if we talk about the executive summary for this presentation, I can cover a few of the key areas, which is the challenges faced by DoD in maintaining robust cybersecurity, the selection and implementation of appropriate cybersecurity technologies, the processes and frameworks the DoD uses to stay ahead of cyber threats, results achieved so far in enhancing cybersecurity measures. And we also talked about recommendation for further improvements. And we will provide a comprehensive overview of how the DoD is leveraging advanced cybersecurity strategies to protect its assets and ensure national security. So now let's move to the next part of the presentation, which is the introduction. In introduction, we can see that we have mentioned selected government agency, which is our US Department of Defense, and we can address it as DoD as well. So now let's delve into the introduction. The US Department of Defense plays a crucial role in maintaining national security and defending the country against various threats, including those in cyberspace. As the reliance on digital system grows, so does the vulnerability to cyber attacks. These attacks can disrupt military operations, compromise sensitive data, and weaken national defense capabilities. Cybersecurity for the DoD is not just about protecting information, but also ensuring the functionality and reliability of critical systems. DoD's cybersecurity mission involves safeguarding communication networks, weapon systems, and other essential infrastructure from unauthorized access and malicious activities. One of the most significant challenges the DoD faces is evolving nature of cyber threats. Attackers are constantly developing new methods to breach defenses, making it essential for DoD to continuously update and improve its cybersecurity measures. The dynamic threat landscape requires a proactive and adaptive approach to cybersecurity, integrating cutting-edge technologies and best practices. So this is all in my part. The rest will be presented by my colleagues, and I am handing it over to Mr. Manoj Sharma, and he will take it from here. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Today I am going to talk about the background and challenges for cybersecurity strategies in the US Department of Defense, which is called DoD. In this era of technology, safeguarding data and national information is absolutely crucial for the security of any nation. The Department of Defense faces a tough challenges with secure cybersecurity because cyber threats are always changing and can seriously harm national security. These threats include things like ransomware and advanced attack funded by other countries, which is the serious issue, which can creep into network and steal important information. Ransomware can quickly shut down organization by locking up their files until fulfillment their requirements. The Department of Defense has a big job protecting its vast network of system, device, and application, especially since some older systems do not work well with modern security methods. using cloud services and mobile device, also making it easier for cyber criminals to attack insider threats which authorized people act maliciously, and another layer of complexity. To tackle these issues, the Department of Defense needs has taken important action to improve its response to cyber attacks. This means quickly catching and containing attacks as well as minimizing the damage. They need to use the latest security technology and have a detailed plan for dealing with incidents, regularly practicing and improving them. Hiring and keeping cybersecurity experts is crucial too. By investing in training and education, the Department of Defense can stay ahead in cybersecurity. Keeping an eye on new threats and adapting plans according is also important. This involves staying updated on the latest cyber trends and sharing knowledge with other organizations and allies. By taking a proactive and collaborating approach, the Department of Defense can better protect against cyber attack and safeguard national security interests. Now I'm describing about the challenges. Before upgrading their cybersecurity, the Department of Defense faced several challenges. In this presentation, I am going to highlight the following cyber threats. The first one is malware. Malware is likely a sneaky and harmful computer program that tries to mess up computer system. It's kind of like a digital thief that tries to steal important information from the defense of Department of Defense and networks. And there is phishing. Phishing is likely a false trick where scammers use fake websites or emails to fool people into giving away from private information. It's a bit like a digital con artist pretending to the someone trustworthy to sneak into DoD email accounts and secret networks. Ransomware is a type of malicious software that looks up important data on computer system until a ransom is paid. It's kind of like digital kidnapping where attackers hold the data hostage and potentially causing chaos in military operation if critical systems are affected. There is state-sponsored attack, are sophisticated cyber assault and orchestrated by foreign government, which is the intention of spying and sabotaging. These attacks are like highly digital inventions and engineered to be difficult to detect and defend against. They pose significant challenges as they are often well funded and strategically executed, making them tough to identify and stop before causing harm. And there is important on national security. Data breaches involve the unauthorized leaking of sensitive military information, putting national security and military plans at risk, likely to leaving the door to a secret value open, allowing unauthorized access to classified information. Espionage is the act of secretly obtaining intelligence to gain an advantages over the military. It's similarly to spying, where adversaries gather confidentially information about the military plans, capabilities, weakness, potential, and compromising national securities. Operational disruption involves interference with communication and military activity which can disturb missions. It's like someone tampering with the gear of a well-oiled machine, causing delays, confusion, and potential setbacks in military operations. And there are initial vulnerabilities, the outdated systems. These are like old outdated tools that have been updated to keep up with new cyber threats because they are not equipped to handle modern attacks, and DoD is left open to being hacked. And the second one is inadequate cyber hygiene. So this is similarly to not brushing your teeth regularly. It's just an example. It means there is not consistent enough attention to good cybersecurity practices across different parts of the DoD. This makes it easier for cyber attacks to succeed because there are the gap in the defense. Third one is resource concentrates. The resource concentrates, this is the similarly to not sorry. Resource constraints. This is likely trying to fight a big fire with only a small bucket of water, and the DoD does not have enough people or tools to keep up with the increasing cyber risk. As a result, they are falling behind in defending against the fast track attack. Now I am passing to my colleague Fikri Mohammed and to share the further information. And thank you for hearing my record.
Hi, my name is Fikri. I will discuss about how leveraging technology implemented by DoD and what are the latest update that is happening in the one of the most important department in the most powerful country on the planet. The budget of the U.S. Department of Defense is substantial and can indeed be compared to the GDP of entire countries. The DoD's budget for fiscal year 2024 was requested to be $842 billion. This is an enormous sum and can be compared to the gross domestic product of various countries around the world, such as Netherlands. The GDP was around $1 trillion in 2022. Saudi Arabia GDP was approximately $833 billion in 2022, closely matching the DoD's budget. Turkey's GDP was about $906 billion in 2022, which is just about the DoD's budget. Switzerland had a GDP of around $807 billion in 2022, slightly below the DoD's budget. These comparisons help illustrate the scale of DoD's budget, placing it on par with the entire economic output of medium to large economies worldwide. This highlights the significant financial resources allocated to defense in the United States. Moving on to the next slide, I will discuss about the strategy and implementation of cybersecurity in the DoDs. The first one is about the next generation firewalls. It's a critical component of DoD cybersecurity infrastructure. These firewalls offer advanced capabilities beyond traditional packet filtering and stateful inspection. There are four main components of next generation firewalls. The first one is application awareness. The second one is intrusion prevention systems. The third one is deep packet inspection. And the fourth one is user identity awareness. And moving on to the next one, I will discuss about intrusion detection systems.
Within the DoD cybersecurity landscape, up to this point, there are three main features. First one is behavioral analysis. The DoD likely incorporates behavioral analysis techniques within its IDS to detect deviation from normal network behavior, indicating potential security incidents or intrusions. Second one, signature-based detection, IDS. Solutions likely use signature-based detection to identify known threats and malware by comparing network traffic patterns against a database of predefined attack signatures. The third one is anomaly detection. Advanced IDS implementation may utilize anomaly detection algorithms to identify unusual patterns or outliers in network traffic, which may indicate novel or previously unseen threats. The next one is homomorphic encryption. According to Intel Labs, in March 2021, an initiative funded by the Defense Department's Research and Development Arm to create hardware that accelerates how computers process homomorphic encryption. If successful, it could thwart the hurdle that keeps the pervasive privacy and security technology out of general use. Homomorphic encryption addresses a weakness in normal encryption, that being the need for data to be decrypted before a computer can perform operations. Homomorphic encryptions enables computers to add, multiply, and search data without decrypting it first, eliminating the period of time where hackers could swoop in and steal the data as plain text, or noisy employees could snoop on private data. And last but not least, I will discuss about the DoD Cyber Workforce Framework. Is a critical tool for standardizing and enhancing the management of the cybersecurity workforce within the Department of Defense. By defining clear roles, competencies, and career pathways, the DCWF ensures that the DoD can effectively recruit, train, and retain a skilled cyber workforce capable of defending against evolving cyber threats. The framework's comprehensive approach helped in building a robust and resilient cybersecurity posture for the DoD. Thank you, and on to the next one. My fellow member will discuss about the result and conclusion.
Hello everyone. Today I will talk about the results from our project on cybersecurity strategies for the US Department of Defense. The Department of Defense, or DoD, has made a lot of progress in protecting its computers from hackers. Let's look at what they have achieved. Firstly, the Department of Defense security has gotten much better. They use advanced tools like special firewalls and systems that watch for intruders. These tools help stop hackers and protect important information. With these layers of defense, it's much harder for hackers to break in. And secondly, the Department of Defense can handle cyber problems faster. And they help plans to quickly find and fix problems. These plans are tested and updated regularly to be ready for new threats. Quick action helps reduce damage from cyber attacks. And thirdly, the Department of Defense work better with other groups. They share information with other government agencies and companies. By working together, they can better protect their system from cyber attacks. And fourthly, the Department of Defense has improved training for its staffs. The regular training helps everyone learn about the latest cyber threats and how to handle them. This reduces mistakes that can lead to security breaches. And finally, the Department of Defense investment in new technologies has paid off. They have clear rules for cybersecurity that everyone follows. This makes it easier to manage and reduce risks. So let's move into the next slide now about the conclusion. So let's talk that what we learned from our project. So what we learned? Firstly, cybersecurity needs to keep getting better. Cyber threats are always changing, so the Department of Defense must keep updating its defenses. This means using new technologies and improving rules to deal with new threats. So secondly, training and awareness are very important. Cybersecurity is not just about technology, it's also about people. Regular training helps staffs know what to do. Awareness programs make sure everyone understands how to protect information. Working together is the key. So the Department of Defense should keep working with other agencies, companies, and international partners. Cyber threats are a global issue, and working together helps everyone stay safer. Investing in new research is crucial. The Department of Defense need to support projects that create new cybersecurity technologies. This helps them stay ahead of hackers. Having a good plan for handling cyber attacks is essential. The Department of Defense must be able to find, fix, and recover from attacks quickly. Regularly testing these plans ensures they are always ready. And lastly, the Department of Defense must protect its older systems. While new technologies are important, many critical operations still rely on old systems. These systems must be protected to maintain overall security. In conclusion, the Department of Defense has made great progress in improving its cybersecurity. However, cyber threats are always changing, so ongoing vigilance, adaptation, and teamwork are necessary. By continuously improving these practices, investing in new technologies, and fostering a culture of cybersecurity, the Department of Defense can effectively protect its important assets and maintain national security. So that's all. So thank you for listening.